Hi, my name is Marcos Colas. I'm from Calgary, Alberta. That's in Canada, all the way up north. And I want to make this tutorial for the Coursera course on music production regarding microphone placement for recording amplified instruments such as guitar and bass. I want to give you just a brief overview of the basic techniques used. I can't go into very much detail about the hundreds of techniques used, but there are a couple of techniques that are very basic and are industry standard, and that's basically what I want to do with you today. What we have here is a guitar amplifier. This is my personal guitar amplifier. This is basically my room. And what we have here is a dynamic microphone. This is a Shure PG58. It's a vocal microphone, but I'm using it for this example. So I don't have another dynamic microphone handy. And basically, the way it works is this. We have the sound from the amplifier coming out of a cone, a speaker cone, located here behind this grill. And the cone obviously has a center and a rim around it. And for microphone placement, the way it works is we take this microphone, sort of as a pointer, and here is the center. You can see that if you press on the cloth, you can see where the edge of the speaker is. So try to figure out the center, and that's the center of your cone. The closer you move to that cone horizontally, you will get a brighter sound, and the farther you move away from it, the closer you get to the rim, you will get a darker sound from your amplifier. That's basically the sonics because of how the speaker moves. Of course, different amplifiers will have different frequency responses, but that's a basic idea of how this works. So usually for miking up an amplifier up close, which is basically the grill position, usually we use a dynamic microphone. One of the reasons we use this is it cancels out the sound from the room, right? So it gives us the very essence of the sound coming from the amplifier. So our guitar, our pedals, it sounds exactly the way it's sounding coming out of the amplifier. Another reason we use a dynamic microphone is because usually they have a higher SPL rating than condenser microphones, and SPL, as we know, is sound pressure level, and that's important because we want to turn up the amp, sometimes the amp, all the way up as much as possible within the confines of the room, so that we get the best possible sound, and that generates a sound pressure level that's quite high, and that is a problem for very sensitive microphones like a condenser microphone. So usually you will find that for going close to the grill, usually you will use a dynamic microphone. Like I said, the closer you get to the center of the cone, the brighter the sound. The closer you get to the rim of the speaker, then your sound will darken. As far as the distance between the cone and the tip of your microphone, that's usually a distance. It can be right up to the cloth or up to 10 to 15 centimeters depending on your microphone and your sound preference. 15 centimeters is a bit too much for my preference. I usually keep it between right up to the cloth and about 5 to 7 centimeters, because otherwise you start losing that edge and that attack and the brightness that comes with being right up to the speaker. So that's basically part one, and it's fine if you want a microphone up your amp with just one microphone. Actually, a lot of people do that, and even in professional studios, a lot of people will do that still, and use that as a signal. Another thing we can do is place the condenser microphone a little distance, about 1.5 meters or so, from the amplifier, and this will give us a sound of the amplifier and how it sounds with the room. So it'll give us a more live sound, not something that's very close up, but the interaction of the sound of the amplifier and the sound of the room. So, you know, a lot of people do that, and I personally usually do this, and it has to be a condenser microphone because, as we know, they're more sensitive to pick up everything around them. Well, it depends on, of course, the pickup pattern, the polar pattern, but usually you will have to use a a condenser microphone to pick up the sound of the room. And usually with this combination of a dynamic microphone very close to the grill, like I said, right up close to the grill, up to maybe 10 centimeters away from the grill, and a condenser microphone, that will give you the best sound and what is commonly known as an industry standard microphone setup for recording an amp. So basically what we have here is your two microphone setup for recording, and this works for bass as well as guitar. All you have to do is place it up like this and try to figure out and listen as well. What a lot of people don't realize is that your microphone are your ears around the studio. So what I usually do is, of course, if this is too loud, you have to turn the volume of the amplifier down before you do this. But I usually just try to get down and listen on the same level as the amplifier to see if I can listen to sort of where it sounds best and try to help my microphone placement that way. So basically there you go. Dynamic microphone on the grill, condenser microphone on the room, and this of course goes to your recording interface and it goes to your DAW from there, and you can basically record bass or guitar this way. And this is guitar and bass amplifier microphone setup. Thank you very much for paying attention. Sorry about rambling on a little bit, and I hope it's of some use to you. I've been doing this for quite a while and this works very well for me. Thank you and have a great day.